Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel where we delve into the fascinating world of psychology and relationships. Today, we're exploring a topic that has intrigued people for years, how a woman reacts when a man stops pursuing her. Trust me, you're going to want to stay tuned for this one, so make sure to hit that like button, subscribe if you haven't already, and click that notification bell to stay updated. All right, let's dive in. The initial reaction: confusion and reflection. When a man suddenly stops pursuing a woman, her initial reaction is often one of confusion. She's been accustomed to the attention, the messages, and the consistent efforts from him to win her over. Think about it. This could be something she has gotten used to over time, and when that energy suddenly disappears, it creates a noticeable shift in her daily routine. That routine, checking for texts, anticipating calls, or wondering what you're going to do next, is gone, and it can leave her feeling off balance. But why confusion? Well, for starters, she might begin to question why it happened. Did she say something wrong? Was it something she did? This is the phase where she might start to replay recent interactions in her head, looking for clues. It's a very introspective period because she's searching for answers. This reflection can be a double-edged sword for her. On the one hand, it can stir up anxiety and uncertainty, but on the other hand, it can prompt her to take a deeper look at her own behavior and feelings. In a way, this is a critical moment of self-awareness for her, where she might gain a better understanding of what she truly values in relationships. The impact on ego and self-worth. Let's talk about the emotional impact here. When a man stops pursuing a woman, it's natural for her to experience a hit to her ego or self-esteem. Just like men, women often derive a sense of validation from being pursued. Attention from someone you're interested in can boost your self-worth. When that stops abruptly, it can leave her questioning her own desirability. Was I not good enough? Did I lose his interest? These kinds of thoughts can linger in her mind. This stage can be tough, especially for someone who may have relied on that external validation. But here's the key: this phase is temporary. In fact, it can be a pivotal moment for her personal growth. She may begin to shift her focus inward and start to reassess her own sense of self-worth, independent of external attention. It's a powerful moment of realization. And though it might be uncomfortable, it's an opportunity for her to develop a stronger sense of self. The respect factor, valuing your own time and worth. After the initial confusion and self-reflection comes a very interesting shift: respect. When a man steps back and stops pursuing, it's not necessarily about playing mind games or manipulating her feelings. It's about sending a clear, powerful message. I value my time and myself enough to not chase after someone who isn't reciprocating. This action, though subtle, speaks volumes about your self-worth and confidence. And women notice that. Over time, many women come to respect a man who values his own time and doesn't endlessly pursue someone who isn't showing interest. It's not about being arrogant, it's about showing that you respect yourself and your boundaries. And in doing so, you're communicating something crucial. You won't settle for less than you deserve. This isn't just attractive, it's magnetic. The psychological shift from pursued to pursuer. Now, here's where things start to get even more intriguing. When a man stops chasing a woman, it often flips the dynamic entirely. Suddenly, she may begin to feel more drawn to him. Why? Well, there's a saying that rings true here. You don't know what you've got until it's gone. When she's no longer the center of your attention, she might start to miss it. The things she once took for granted, your texts, your calls, your efforts, are no longer part of her daily life. And that absence can create a longing. This shift is incredibly powerful. She may start to wonder, what's he up to now? Why did he stop? These questions can lead to curiosity, and curiosity often breeds attraction. When she sees that you're out there living your life confidently, Without constantly seeking her approval or attention, it can be incredibly attractive. Independence, self-assuredness, and mystery are all qualities that tend to draw people in. You become less predictable and more intriguing. The push-pull dynamic, a psychological principle. Now, let's take a deeper dive into the psychology behind this shift. There's a well-known concept in relationships called the push-pull dynamic. Essentially, when you stop pursuing and take a step back, that's the push part, it creates space in the relationship. That space can cause the other person to feel a sense of distance or even a slight loss. The result? The person on the receiving end often feels a pull to close that gap. This push-pull effect is subtle but extremely powerful. By no longer pushing your attention onto her, you create a vacuum, and human nature often leads us to want to fill that vacuum. In this case, the woman may feel compelled to bridge that distance, and she might even start to pursue you, consciously or subconsciously. Emotional growth for both parties. This period where the man stops pursuing isn't just significant for the woman, it's also a major moment of growth for the man. When you decide to stop chasing, you're making a statement about your emotional maturity. You're showing that you don't need someone's constant validation to feel good about yourself. You're prioritizing your own personal development and emotional well-being. For the woman, this period also provides an opportunity for growth. By having to navigate her emotions independently, she gains a clearer understanding of what she truly wants in a relationship. This kind of emotional maturity is essential for building healthier, more balanced connections. Potential for reconnection, a more balanced relationship. Interestingly, this whole journey often leads to the possibility of reconnection. After both individuals have taken time to grow independently, they may come back together as more confident and self-aware people. This can lead to a far healthier and more balanced relationship dynamic. When two people reconnect after this kind of emotional growth, their relationship tends to be more mature, stable, and fulfilling. It's no longer about chasing or being chased. It becomes a partnership built on mutual respect, understanding, and shared values. Both individuals are coming from a place of confidence and self-assurance, rather than a need for external validation. The final takeaway: self-value and attraction. So, what's the final takeaway here? When you stop pursuing a woman, it may initially lead to confusion, and she might experience a dip in her self-esteem. But over time, it fosters deeper self-reflection, personal growth, and even increased attraction. The dynamics of the relationship shift, and it often leads to a more mature, fulfilling connection if both parties decide to reconnect later on. Remember, the key is valuing yourself and your time. Confidence, independence, and self-respect are incredibly attractive qualities. When you prioritize your own growth and well-being, you not only set a high standard for yourself, but also for the kind of relationships you want to attract. Thanks for watching. If you found this video insightful, be sure to hit that like button, share your thoughts in the comments, and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Don't forget to click the notification bell so you never miss an update. And as always, keep exploring the fascinating world of psychology and relationships. Until next time.